Hello and welcome back to Jarvis Johnson Gold, the premium channel that is free. It is free. But if you're watching this, you're premium. And today we'll be talking about not just stories, but changing lives. And you might be thinking about Darman, and it's been a while since we've talked about Darman. That's because he, fired all his employees that were striking and don't want anything to do with that. So Darman's out. But what's in is Tony and Angel, a TikTok account I found. We've talked about Tony and Angel before, and I didn't even realize we talked about them before, but as I was preparing this video, I realized that they are the people who I discussed in a video that we made a few months back called Lying on TikTok for Clout. Now, if you haven't seen this video, you don't need that context for today's video, but that's where they came from. I want to give a content warning for the skits that they do, and they are skits, but they venture into touchy territory, specifically abuse, not any depicted abuse, but implied abuse. And they'll hashtag abuse and survivor and stuff like that. So if that makes you not want to watch the video, then I definitely recommend not watching the video. You'll catch the next one. This is Future Jarvis from the end of the video. Also made a video a while back about the Gabriels, the couples content TikTok. And you can think of these people, Tony Loves Angel, and the Gabriels, Ava and Javier, as two peas in the same twisted pod, and you'll see why. So Tony and Angel, they've got 238,000 followers on TikTok, and their bio is Tony and Angel doing sexy, silly, helpful, and some weird ass shit. Most of it's weird. This is the video that we watched before. It got 21.4 million views, and the reason that it got so many views is because people thought that they were witnessing a real thing. They're driving on the highway, there's this car with no license plate, and they drive up to the side of the car.
That's her, she did it again.
In the passenger seat did this hand signal, and at no point did they say it's staged or anything like that. So this hand signal is not sign language, but it is a domestic violence kind of help signal, and that's what they're raising awareness for. That video has 20 million views. Then there's a 3 million view video where they pull into a gas station, they rescue this person, and they're speaking Polish, and then they drive away, and then they say, hey, this is the hand signal for help, and here's a phone number to call. And when people were upset about this, because it wasn't presented as a skit, the creator came out and said,
okay, you guys saying stage or staged, I think that's what that means, stage. You guys that say this or yelling this, that you think that you're having this big aha moment, you're missing the point of this video completely. Like, oh my God, like, how are you this dense?
So when people have an issue with your video, I do not believe that the right path forward is to tell everyone that they're dense. Just a thought. The reason that people were upset about this condescending video, well, no, they were upset before that. The first video has 20 million views, seems real. Second video, it's clearly staged. It's meant to raise awareness, allegedly, for this thing. My cynical view is that they just want to get outrage views. It has 1/10 of those views. So the message wasn't clearly communicated, if that was your goal. And then they made this condescending video saying that people don't get it, everyone's dense, they're actually helping, and you're too stupid to understand that.
This video is doing good, right? It's teaching a lesson, right? Teaching people what this means. It means help. It means someone's in distress and they need help. That's what this video is doing. That's the purpose. And you guys are all like mad, and you're like the bad guy in this video, right? Like, you don't get it. Like, you're deterring is what you're doing by trying to be like, oh, it's fake. I'm going to discredit this video. It's going to call it fake, and I'm going to do something. It's like you're doing nothing. You're just really looking dumb.
Right. So he hits him with the Darman. We're not just telling stories, we're changing lives because we have this lesson, and you're actually too stupid. We're helping and you're the bad guy. I think it's a very bad way of going about this. And so today I want to look at their other content, because this is just their shtick, is making kind of like fake outrage bait type videos that are allegedly raising awareness for something. Let's try and figure out what they're raising awareness for. Here in the comment, it's great that you're spreading awareness. However, I do think there's value in determining the authenticity/credibility of videos. And then Tony and Angel says, free lesson. When there's outrage and tons of comments, it helps the video go viral. We're raising awareness to the masses by obfuscating the message. So even if the masses see it, The masses do not understand the message, which is why there's outrage. If the masses saw your message and understood you, there wouldn't be outrage. Does that make sense? Because again, when you go to their bio, they do not say that they're creating helpful videos to raise awareness to the masses. They say they're doing sexy, silly, helpful, and some weird ass shit. I also am curious what that means. And I hope that I don't see anything sexy today, but no promises. But before we get into that, we have a brief word from today's sponsor, Aura. Aura is an app that lets you control what private information about you is shared online. There's unfortunately a lot of information that can be found about you online, from your full name, address, phone number, names of your relatives. It's kind of scary. The reason that this information is available is because there are data brokers who profit off of selling that information about you online, and we gotta stop them. Thankfully, with Aura, they can identify these data brokers who are selling your information and then submit opt-out requests on your behalf, so they're no longer legally able to do that. They can even opt you out of telemarketing and junk mail lists, of which I am a part of millions, according to my inbox. Or so I did, until Aura helped me out. They're also identifying your email and passwords to see if they were a part of any data breaches, and if you are a victim of that, then they will give you steps on what you can do next. Aura's app also features a VPN, a password manager, real-time credit and identity theft monitoring, internet parental controls, and it protects your devices from malware. That's a lot in one app. You know Aura, I've talked about them before. They help keep me abreast of what's happening with my online information, and they can help you too. Head on over to aura.com/Jarvis, that's my name, to get a 14-day free trial and see what information is being shared about you online. Thanks to Aura for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video.
Excuse me, ma'am, can I get some creamer for my coffee?
Sure, sweetie.
Okay, before anything happens, we're on an airplane set. No one's wearing their seatbelt. That's not going to help you when the door plug flies out of the plane, but that's neither here nor there. That's my helping the masses. Buckle up, everybody.
Here you go.
Oh, she wrote help me on the Sharpie marker. And then when you poured the creamer in, it made the drink lighter to reveal a helpful message, a help me message, much like a 5-minute crafts-esque life hack. Now, this requires that this man doesn't see her writing it. She could have just gone to the bathroom and spoken more clearly to one of the flight attendants. She's not wearing a seatbelt. Maybe the man would let her get up. You could argue that. Why would he let her write something? He didn't see her do that. So before we move on, I should also say, so scary, quick thinking, hope she's safe. It's a staged video by Tony Loves Angels. So why are you titling it like this if the goal is to like raise awareness? You know what I mean? I feel like you just are benefiting from the fact that people think it's real for like a second. Hashtag rescue, hashtag airplane, hashtag abuse awareness. I think that might be is this that? I don't know. Hashtag help her, hashtag so scary. Also, you need a very specific setup. Never in my life have I been served coffee in a clear cup. Usually it's in a styrofoam or a paper cup. Also, the coffee is warm, and if the coffee was cold, then there would be condensation on the cup, which would make it hard to write on the cup. So now you need room temperature coffee that is served in a clear cup, then you can ask for creamer. Also, you don't usually see full bottle creamer on planes. I feel like you get little packets because it's a lot faster to just give somebody creamer packets than it is to pour on a plane from a big bottle.
Whoa, where are you going?
Hey, sir, unhandle her, please. Ma'am, the captain needs to see her.
For what?
Because of the seat she's sitting in.
What's wrong with the seat?
It's just the seat is loose.
The seat's loose. She's not wearing a seatbelt.
Unhand her now, sir.
I feel like this person is escalating things a little bit. That already makes everybody feel like there's a conflict, right? The yelling unhand her. By the way, quietest plane ever. This plane is making no noise.
Are you recording?
No.
I do love that touch because this feels like it was shot on like a DSLR. You know, every time something leaks from an airplane, I've never seen it be this high quality. Every time someone's taking a video of some sort of passenger flight attendant altercation, I have never seen it this clear. But you got to pretend to record. It's all a part of the illusion. It's all a part of the suspension of disbelief. So this is obviously fake. And they don't say that it's fake because they want to raise outrage, and that thus raises awareness for their cause. But what they're raising awareness for is a life hack that is very impractical. So I'm confused. So when a video goes viral online, that's the internet telling you that there's an audience for this type of content. If you were to make more content for that audience, you might have a career on your hands. You might have another viral banger on your hands. And so that is why they made this video, which is exactly the same thing. It's a year later. So last year, they got tens of millions of views for this scam. This year, they brought it back. Just sequels, you know? It's Hollywood does the same thing. I do the same thing. We all are victim to this, but they redid exactly the same skit. Hashtag flight attendant, hashtag rescue, hashtag scary. So now it's just a scary story.
Can I get some cream?
Yes. Thank you.
Not even a different way to notify the flight attendant. Also, before the woman was on the outside. With this arrangement, he can see you pointing to the message that says, help me. Now, he's supposed to be asleep, I guess, but your kidnapper is asleep before you do this hack. It's just, there's so many variables that need to be right, you know? And now she's got to hide the message because there's no way to make the coffee black again. So she has to cover it with her hand.
Sorry. No, I need more cream.
You need more cream? The drink is white. You have a very bright beverage here. I do not think you need more cream. I know that you're asking so that they get the message, but not a good excuse. Scary moment, aboard misspelled, because that's the new thing we've seen in recent months, is that you got to misspell something in your description because everyone does that. And I don't know why. I guess it's for engagement. Scary moment aboard flight 968 to try and make it seem more, you know, it's Oceanic flight 815. We need a number. We need to ground it in reality and specifics.
Hi, can I get some cream?
Could you make it fast?
And could you make it fast? So now he's awake. Now I feel like it's very easy for him to see the message. It would be funny if the flight attendant said, I think you've had enough cream. If this is a real plane, and obviously it's not, then they would be like, can you please stop filming this TikTok? I'm trying to do my job.
What's wrong with this seat? What do you mean?
Remember a couple weeks ago, like the door flew off of an airline? There's been like a weird light that's on.
Oh, now they are referencing the fact the door flew off the airline. They've worked in current events. They saw that news and they were like, we've got to redo the plane skit.
You're taking in the middle of the flight. You couldn't have figured this out before we took off?
It just happened when we were in the air.
This is a weird time to Karen out on a plane when they're telling you that there's a possibility that the door plug comes out and just completely flies off of the plane, which would endanger both of your lives. That's the time to go, no, actually, I'm just going to sit in my seat.
Actually,
So I need to get out, right? You're
well,
going to move both of us
Yeah, we're going to move you next. We're going to move her first because ladies first, and then we'll move you next if that's okay.
Because ladies first, you should just say that because she's next to the window. Because ladies first. Now, who's going to buy that?
We'll see where it goes. It's okay. Come with me.
He keeps having lines where he cuts to her and says something very quietly or not at all.
We'll see where it goes.
And they're like, can you come with us? And he's like, 1 second.
It's okay. Come with me.
Fine.
Thank you. We're just going to go right this way.
Yeah, all right. I'll be here. And don't take too long.
Yeah. Don't worry. We won't.
Are you recording me right now?
Yeah, is that okay? Wait.
No, that's not okay.
Okay.
Yeah, is that okay? What? Okay. Dumb cameraman.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Dramatically speaking, what is this supposed to imply? Is this a thing for like televisions?
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, you said you were going to bring her back. Where
Do
is
not touch me.
It's bad that this seat is not occupied because, you know, they could have just moved her to this seat.
I am on my way to speak to the captain,
where's my
and do
girl?
not worry. We will be back to speak with you.
All right, well, hurry up.
Don't tell me what to do.
You show him. Get his ass. Show that bad guy. It's staged to look like it was filmed by another passenger, but they wouldn't be able to get the proper angle if there was another passenger here, so now they just don't have anyone here.
Are you still recording?
No.
This is so funny. This is the most aloof criminal ever.
No.
Man, get enough.
No.
Ridiculous.
Just calm down.
Are you serious?
Ma'am, please, you just stay in your seat. You stay in your seat.
Can't put handcuffs on me without reading me my
Just
rights.
relax.
I'm going to
Just
sue
relax.
you.
I'm videoing you now.
Oh, yeah?
The crowd, gasp noise. Literally this. And then it says, always be alert, always be calm, always help others. Wow. What a great message. It is very Darman in that it takes a heavy subject matter and it handles it with absolutely no care whatsoever. Also, I don't know where they're taking him. There's not like a brig on the plane. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of these take place on a plane. My personal theory is they found a place that they could rent a plane set and it was expensive, so they had to do a ton of videos there to make it worth their while. This isn't their main thing. Filming videos inside of planes is not like their beat. It seems like it's something that they like got really obsessed with for a window of time. I assume because it's expensive to rent the plane and you got to like batch record.
All right, hey you guys. So I work on this airline and I was just on this flight.
This video is one of my favorites that I've seen by them recently because it is so strange. The title or the description is "Flight Attendant Finds What?" This is crazy. And then hashtag no way, hashtag so crazy. You know, when they hashtag so crazy, it's going to be a crazy video.
I was just on this flight and this one dude was in this bathroom for so long and we were all like, what is going on?
That was me. Sorry. I ate a weird lunch.
Noticed that this area up here on top of where the lights is and on the airplane.
It's like this guy clearly doesn't know anything about airplanes. He's just been told to act out this fake scenario and he's supposed to be a flight attendant, but he doesn't know any of the words that he needs to know other than airplane and flight attendant.
Sticking out, and I was like, and it looks like $100 bill. It's $100 bill. It doesn't look like it is $100 bill. So I was like, what is going on here? So after everyone left and the plane's all put away for the night.
After everyone's left and the plane was put away for the night, after the plane was tucked in for bed, which is the technical term that I know as a flight attendant, which I don't think that you can get on the plane and turn it on with the lights on and everything when the plane's been snuggled up and put in bed for the night. The plane needs rest. It has a busy day tomorrow.
I told my boss, I was like, I forgot.
Like, is this dude improvising this? I think it's Tony. It kind of sounds like Tony's voice. I told my plane boss that I found some weird plane stuff on the airplane.
Then finally, my boss texted me and was like, what's going on? And I told him, I was like, well, there's something weird going on. There's like a $100 bill stuck.
My boss texted me, what's going on? And I texted him, there's something weird going on. And then my boss said, yeah, could you give me any more details? Could you be a little more specific?
Up in like, I don't know, like above the lighting system. So he was like, well, try to get it out. And he like gave me this crowbar that he had. And
okay, so a few things here. At no point does Tony here try to pull the $100 bill because it would come out because it's not stuck. He never tries it. Second, he was just texting his boss, implying that they were not in the same place. And this is still at night when the plane's been tucked in for the night. And then his boss gives him a crowbar. Did your boss text you the crowbar? Where did the crowbar come from? This is the real reason people need to get iPhones, because if you're on that green text bubble shit, you can't do anything. You can't be in group chats. You can't send over crowbars. But if you get that blue text bubble, baby, you can send all the MMS, all the crowbars, whatever you need.
It's kind of wedged, and I don't know what the guy did. It never had this gap before.
Yeah, maybe use the crowbar instead of fucking waxing poetic for 5 minutes. He is dancing around using the crowbar. This is like these videos where someone is about to like fall through a trap door and then they waste your time for 2 minutes so that at the end you can see somebody like fall through the trap door because that's all you want to see at the end of the day.
The dude was kind of suspicious looking. And I don't know what he did. Like I said,
look at how daintily this man is using a crowbar. He's never seen a crowbar in his life. Also, you don't need a crowbar for this. You could have used your damn fingers. I know the person who put this up there didn't use a crowbar, but you didn't even try because then you couldn't draw this out for 5 minutes.
Like, I'm expecting the other end of this to have,
Like, look at what he's doing. This is not pulling the dollar. What is this action? Why are you stroking the edge of this $100 bill? Why are you tickling this monetary note?
Like maybe there's not another half.
Look how you accidentally pinched it and it fully moved. It's almost like it's not stuck and you're just gently rubbing it like a weirdo, dude. He's like edging this fucking $100 bill.
Half
Oh, look how easy that was. Dude, what do you mean, You didn't need to pull it with any of that force. You were just gingerly touching it. It would have come out with a blow. with a gentle stream of air.
No, it looks like there's more stuff up there. Like,
It's pissing me off that he doesn't just open it. Stop. Who are you talking to, dude? Imagine filming a personal video for yourself that you have to stretch out for like the YouTube mid-rolls to take effect. Imagine being that like content pilled that you can't get to the point in your own private video.
I mean, you can kind of, I think I can see some more money, maybe.
I am 100% sure that this full video is not going to make it into my video. So let me just tell you that this man beats around the bush for 5 whole minutes talking about nothing and daintily tapping the crowbar against this like little fixture, this panel.
You know, the maintenance crew probably will have to fix this because obviously it's not meant to have a gap like that.
I'm almost impressed that he can say nothing for so long. This is like those TikTok lives where someone is about to complete a house of cards and they just keep like shaking their hand as they're about to put the last card on it, but then they never do it, keeping the audience on the edge so that when you get recommended it, you're like, oh, I've got to join the live stream because I'm almost here. I'm about to see what happens. And then you don't.
I'm just going to try to open it and see what happens. Oh! What? Oh my gosh.
This is the fakest reaction. Oh, as thousands of dollars fall from the ceiling of the airplane, his response is, whoa, oh gosh.
Oh my gosh, you guys, are you kidding me?
Motion picture purposes. Copy. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Nice, man. Not that anything they've ever made is real anyway, but it is funny. No, but you guys don't understand. A big Hollywood movie producer went to this airplane bathroom and he stashed some of his movie money. This is not money from motion pictures. This is money that they make in the motion pictures. This is how he gets paid. It's just as good as regular cash.
I don't understand. I don't understand. It's just stacks of cash.
So now that we know that it's all fake money, we have to watch for another minute as he calmly reacts to this ridiculous situation happening.
What? Why would he do that?
Oh, and also there's this obvious blue bag here that is meant to be nondescript substances, let's say, and it will never be addressed in the whole video because everything they do is calculated. And so they're trying to make everyone comment on it. They tried so hard to make this pop off by doing all these little tricks and it didn't work. But it did get a lot of comments for how many likes it got.
On earth would he do that? Who does that?
Moves the bag out of the way, doesn't talk about the bag. Doesn't even know what's in the bag. That's not a natural motion. If I didn't know what the bag was, I would not touch it.
I mean, I guess I have to bring this to my boss.
But first, I have to put my fingerprints all over it. I've got to make sure that my thumb and fingerprints make it all the way over each individual bill.
Oh, some of it fell in the sink too. Holy cow.
Holy cow. I can't believe it. There must be $10,000 here. Wow, what a crazy find. I'd like to find out what happens when I show my boss. Bye, TikTok.
Mind blown. What a Monday.
Leaves the bag. Doesn't say a single thing about the bag. All a part of the plan, baby, because now what are the comments going to be? Anyone not notice the blue bag with powder in it? Yeah. You made the video. Why are you I can't believe that this is like people are acting this out. Where do you think they got the video from? I don't know why this makes me so mad. It's just so stupid. It's actually kind of weird that they respond to so many comments. It's almost like they want to justify the lack of integrity to their story. Literally, one of the stacks he flips through says copy on the bills. They will use fake money like that to hide real money in case they get caught. So they say, look, it's fake. You know how the cops look at a wad of cash and they go, oh, it's fake, and walk away? You are they. You are the ones using fake money. Sometimes you use fake money because it's cheaper to acquire than real money, and you're making pretend. You're making pretend videos in a busted down plane. Okay, so this next video is particularly interesting because it's a story, as one way of putting it, about a man trying to pick up an intoxicated girl in his car, and you must see the ending.
This girl is walking home after a night out and is intoxicated.
So the Australian computer voice is the narrator for today's episode. This girl, she's walking, she's intoxicated. I have many questions. This type of thing can happen for sure. I just don't know if we'd be getting clear video and footage of this from a security camera. This looks like it was taken with a DSLR and then turned to black and white. Then a stranger pulls up in his black hood, so that's why you know he's a villain. Walks around the car, he tries to get her in the car, but then a man swoops in.
The man in the hat puts himself between the girl and the strange man.
He saves her. And now neither of these people know the girl. And so how do we know this man isn't a bad actor, but he was doing a good thing? The man in the hat tends to the girl. Scary man drives back and yells that he's coming back. The man in the hat returns with a bottle of water. I don't know that he should have left her, especially if there was a man in a car who literally just tried to steal her. Sees her off with the ride share, shakes the hand. Good Samaritan, job well done. And then this is the end.
Well, I am that girl. I spent the following week looking on social media for the kind man that helped me. I eventually found the man and invited him out for coffee. And we've been together ever since.
Fellas, what's stopping you from swooping in and saving your future wife? So we looked this up, and this is a photo from their public Facebook page that they share. So they are a family and they have children. I would have blurred out their children's faces if it wasn't in their viral TikTok. This has to be a reenactment, right? Like, for example, when this video starts, there's already a spill of her drink on the sidewalk, probably from where they filmed this before, or she's just been spilling her drink all over the place. But I mean, it's very clear that this wasn't taken like at the very least 10 years ago, you know? Because camera quality at night was not that good. So at the very best, it's a reenactment. And at the worst, it's a lie. And I'm not here to say if it's a lie or not, but I am to say that most of their content is. And so you can take that or leave it. So essentially, they're just a couple TikTok, but like they've gone to the dark side. And just so that you know that like, I'm not cherry picking. Some of their content just isn't worth talking about. Like this gross ass one where they do a sketch where a cop, it's just the two of them acting in most of these, but like a cop pulls the woman over. It's Angel and Tony's the cop.
Well, I'm just thinking that we could potentially take care of this another way. I'm not on duty right now. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This is stupid.
No, you don't understand. I can't. I need an umbrella.
We gotta go.
Oh my God. They're doing exactly the same couple's TikTok trends as the other couple that we talked about. They're doing the same TikTok as the Gabriels.
I don't even know which door it is. We're gonna be late. Oh my God.
No way. They did exactly the same thing where it turned into a man. When a woman looks like a man, that's bad. Or whatever. What are they trying to say? When a woman turns into a different person?
Which way was it? Okay, I think we're supposed to go this way.
Where's Angel?
It rains in LA like a couple of times a year, and these couple TikTokers are like, I know what I need to do. Bust out the fake wig, hire a random guy. It's time to make content. We found an even darker form of couples content because most of it is even worse than that. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna stretch. That's, I think, a great place to end it up. We've come full circle, and goodbye. And I'm sorry.